Marlins shutout again, back-to-back shutouts for the offense, but to keep everyone entertained, Sixto Sanchez will start Game 3 against the Bravos. This could be fun, or maybe not. Tons to get into. This is Locked On Marlins.
You are Locked On Marlins, your daily podcast on the Miami Marlins. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Greetings from England and welcome to Locked On Marlins. This is your daily Marlins pod. I'm your host, Peter Pratt. Of course, hit me up on X at Miami Marlins _UK. If you listen to the pod, of course, hit subscribe and leave a review. This is your team every day, and thanks for making Locked On Marlins your first listen of the day, baby. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Hit subscribe. It is also called Locked On Marlins. Find us there. Find us in the comments. Equally, if you are watching, two things to note for this episode. Firstly, I'm not in my usual location, as you will see. Equally, I'm wearing a tie. Yes, I'm on a work trip. I'm down in London. I'm in the big smoke of London, which means I'm hitting this up on a hotel Wi-Fi. What could possibly go wrong? Equally, I've not had any beers yet or any wine. Third point, we have a guest in the house, and it is probably my favorite guest of the show. And even though I tell him this is an age-appropriate podcast, it doesn't matter. Alex Contreras knows no boundaries. Akon in the house. How we doing, brother?
What's up, Peter? I wish I could tell you I was doing better, man, but we're 6-19. 6-19, baby, going 6-20. Trying to avoid a sweep. Woo-hoo!
Oh boy. I'm with you.
Yeah, bro, you look like a stud. I was telling Pete, I was like, hey, man, I feel fortunate, man. I was like, damn, I know I'm coming on the show, but I didn't expect you to get all dressed. He gave it away. He's doing it for the job. He's doing it for, come on, man. I thought he was doing it for me. I was like, damn, I got a private OnlyFans right now for Peter Pratt.
I'm going to send you the Venmo, brother. You know what to do.
I'm out of here. As far as you not having no beer, no wine, I got you covered, baby. I got you covered.
I know. Exactly, mate. Exactly. The pace will be high, no doubt. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnMLB and use the code, all lowercase, LockedOnMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Right then, Akon. Listen, you watch every game. You've been watching closely. The Marlins, as you mentioned, the record not looking good. Describe to me, if you can, in as best way as possible, how you feeling as a fan right now, brother?
I feel destroyed, man. I really feel terrible. Destroyed. I feel bad. I feel like for everybody that knows me, and so Marlins fans can relate, I feel like Sean Barrett right now after my guy got DFA'd.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean. I'm sorry, man. That's what happens when you decide, I'm going to root for Coop and the Cubs for one game. That's who you want to root for? The guys that cut your guy viciously like that? At least the Marlins would have held on to him. We're Mr. Mediocres.
I'm with you, mate. The Cubs are brutal on that one, right? Coop looked like one of their better hitters. He'd be the best hitter on the Marlins anyway. I know that. Maybe there's a pickup to be made there, but destroyed as a Marlins fan. I think that probably summarizes it, mate. Back-to-back shutouts against this Braves pitching, and it is against a guy that even the Braves fans had no hope for, and against Max Fried, that other than against the Marlins, he's looked fried, and all of a sudden he rolls in and throws a Maddox against the Fish. Of course, we know the problem with this offense, right? The short side platoon. You've got Avisail Garcia in the cleanup spot. That's all I need to know. And surprise, surprise, they're shut out, mate. But man, oh man, this offense is looking in trouble, I think, particularly against those left-handed starters as well, right?
I mean, we could have said that at the beginning of the offseason. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to talk about Peter, I hate to call him Peter Bendix, even though that's his name too, because you're such a great Peter, and he's making you look like crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it PG here. So that's why I call him Pat. I call him Pat Bendix because all he does is sit pat. He doesn't do nothing for the front office. He didn't do anything in the winter. Oh, then he just got here and he has to evaluate. That's a whole bunch of baloney. You went out and got 5 assistant GMs. You spent $5 million on TA. And I've been saying, let's get TA a year and a half ago. I did my homework. I hopped on X. I read Peter Pratt, Alex Contreras, and the rest of Marlins Nation's Twitters. Come on, man. Go out there, do something. I felt like, honestly, the winter's supposed to be like Christmas time for baseball fans, right? Everybody's like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Oh, something good's going to happen. Maybe a cool trade, a blockbuster. Here comes, Christmas time. You're thinking, oh, something great's going to happen. And what do we get? We get the freaking Grinch. That's who we got. We got the Grinch. He stole our Christmas. He stole our off season. And then now he wants to say, oh, we should. I mean, yeah, I'm disappointed. Like, he's the most political, corrupted, well-taught, well-spoken front office piece of crap that I can ever see. Like, I don't want to say that I'm being unfair, but he deserves it. Damn it, I'm sick and tired of this, bro. We've been doing this for 30-some years. We haven't seen a World Series in this country. I mean, not in this country. I'm sorry. Well, the country of Miami. We haven't seen a World Series out here in Miami in 21 years, man. It's about damn time. We got to get it together. If you're talking about, hey, I just got promoted. I'm the po' boy. You know what I'm saying? The player of baseball operations. I'm coming in here. I'm trying to make some moves. You can't come in here, sit pat, look around, and then like not Brujan. We got Vidal Brujan, who's making Miguel Rojas look like a silver slugger. Get out of town, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, the one bright side that we had, that Avisail, he's reacting to the people booing him, so he hits a couple home runs. Like, well, keep booing, everybody. Keep booing, because that shit's working. Damn it.
Yeah.
3 minutes into it, said 4 cuss words. My bad, dude.
Not bad. Not bad for you, mate, I'd say. Mate, as well, you've been down the ballpark for a couple of games. What's the atmosphere like down there? What's been the general vibes in Lone Depot?
I mean, the vibe is cool. People want to go out. People want to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Marlins are doing a little bit more bang for your buck. I saw $5 Budweisers, which is cool. $5 beers go a long way.
Let's go.
But like a true Marlin fan, you got to go in there ripped. You got to go in there pre-gamed. You can't go in there looking at spend. The first game of the season, I spent $17 on an IPA. Man, it was a fancy, nice looking cup, and it was like one of those, like the what do I explain? The material made sure that the beer was always cold, right? It wasn't like a regular plastic cup. Like, it was a cool, legit, But I'm not gonna spend $17 on a cup every single time to get an IPA.
Come on.
When I can go to 7-Eleven, get a $277 beer, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Yeah. Give me come on. Next question.
Hey, just on Tim Anderson as well, while you're mentioning him, I know, he's basically the marquee deal for Peter Bendix thus far, or Patty Bendix, or however we're going to, I'm with you. Like, he's bringing down the name Peter in Marlins land. Everyone's confusing.
He's acting like a real Peter, and you don't act like a Peter. You don't act like a Peter. He's being a real Peter here.
I know. I might have to become Pete Pratt. I'm going to shorten it down to Pete Pratt, because I need to differentiate myself here. There's Peter Bendix and there's Pete Pratt. I don't know, but Tim Anderson is main.
He's taken away from.
Go on, mate.
He's taken away from the swag.
Exactly.
The swag.
We couldn't be more opposite either. We couldn't be. Tim Anderson, though, former batting champ, mate. It's fair to say that feels like a long time ago. Like, I'm not seeing the profile of a former batting champ in Tim Anderson in the Marlins version of him. Like, I'm looking and thinking, man, like, this doesn't look like a dude who can hit anywhere near over 300 at this point in his career. So I don't know what's happened to Tim Anderson, or I don't know what happened to him earlier in his career that made him that kind of player. But man, oh man, we've not seen that version. Like, he's bounced back a touch, but not to the degree where he used to be like 3 seasons ago, where he was like batting champ, electric dude. Like, Tim Anderson, to me, he's looking a shadow of his former self, isn't he? And I mean, I don't know how this is going to play out for him, but it looks like a one and done year, I'd say, for Tim Anderson with the Marlins. What about you?
1,000%, man. I feel like this player, You know what I'm saying? This is the perfect case. Like the White Sox, we got Timmy. Oh, he's grown up. Now you can have him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's grown up. He can't really do much. I think the highlight so far of the season was his debut when he hit that little blooper to right center, and a bunch of runs scored. Besides that, he's been regular. I mean, like what we weren't expecting him to come over here and turn into Hanley Ramirez and put up some crazy numbers, but you know, at the end of the day, it just feels like hand-me-downs. You know, hopefully he can strike lightning in a bottle and it bounces back. But it looks like a short stay here in South Florida. And something that I do want to talk about is that the front office has clearly chosen to back up Jazz, which is cool, right? Jazz is supposed to be the clubhouse leader on the offensive side. And I just feel like, you know, Jazz going all out. He's happy. He's preaching about, you know, after he had that bomb interview and he shitted on Rojas. I already said a bad word already, so forget about it. He came out and said, hey, that the clubhouse, you know, they were coming at the young guys. They're coming at Sanchez, you know, a whole bunch of other players, you know what I'm saying? Like people that listen to it know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, like the front office came out and said, all right, Jazz, this is your clubhouse. This is your team. We went out and got Nick Gordon. We got Tim Anderson. He's happy with the acquisitions. But look at the record. We're 6-19. Bro, I need you to step up. I need you to do something. I need you to be more vocal. Like the most vocal I've seen Jazz so far has been with the Lounge Bro guy going at him, talking about the alien pieces and this and that and the artwork. Like, bro, I don't care about that. What I care about you is producing on the field. Yeah, he might have slightly tweaked his shoulder trying to make a play. Bro, what happened to you having these conversations with Ken Griffey Jr.? He told you, hey, don't go so hard on the field because the team needs you on the field. The first thing he did, I'm going to try to steal home run in St. Louis. He messes up the shoulder again. So now he's fighting against trying to stay, you know, on the IL or helping out the team. What is it? Bro, we're 6-19 now. We're 13 games under. I need some type of somebody to be vocal, come out, say something in the clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's not the ideal start, but somebody had to put the big boy pants on and say, hey, guys, come on. It's time to buckle up or they're going to blow this shit up. I mean, they're going to blow it up anyway by the looks of it. So that's how I feel right now. I got love for Jazz. I got support for Jazz, but he needs to step it up. And you called out Miguel Rojas. I can't believe I'm saying his name, but you need to be that example in the clubhouse. Yeah, it's cool. Have a cool vibe, but if we can't have a cool vibe if we're losing, we're just floundering. Bunch of lollygaggers. How do we ever win 6 games? It's a miracle.
Yeah, mate. It's a great call out on Jazz. Like, to your point, the front office, the organization, they've backed Jazz. They've gone and got the dudes that he wanted, surrounded Jazz with the guys that he wanted to create the culture that he wants, to make him feel comfortable. And he needs to like perform, not just at like okay levels. It needs to be career year levels from Jazz to kind of like, you know, put the team on his back. Carry the team through this adversity because it's been tough. It's been a tough start, but yeah, we haven't seen, like you said, probably the biggest flashpoint with Jazz has been a collision with the wall and a Twitter blow up with, Smooth Jazz Lounge or whatever the new handle may be. So, listen, I'm the biggest Jazz fan there is, as you know. I'm a huge fan of Jazz, but you know, I'd love to see a level above what we've seen thus far. Let's hit the ads. I want to ask you about Sixto Sanchez, mate, because Sixto Sanchez will be starting for the Marlins this evening against the Braves. I didn't think I'd ever say those words ever again, but Sixto Sanchez, alert, is starting for the Marlins. So we'll talk about that right after the ads. Before we do that, let you know, firstly, about our good friends over at Monopoly Go. And you know I have a competitive side, and we all do. My competitive side is a big fan of Monopoly Go. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's been downloaded over 150 million times. It's a great twist on Monopoly where you play on not one, but hundreds of Monopoly boards in crazy locations, building up amazing cities that bring you big money. But the best part is messing with my friends, baby. I can charge them rent on my iconic properties, just like Monopoly. But now I can also heist their vaults of riches for myself. And the leaderboards show me who the biggest Monopoly tycoon is. But it's just not my competitive side that loves it. You can team up with friends and people all around the world, even your friends over in the UK, in time tournaments to earn huge rewards. So get in the game and join your friends. Download Monopoly Go now, free on the Google app or Play Store. Yes, sir. And this episode is also brought to you by our good friends over at PrizePicks. Yes, producer got the graphics rolling, and PrizePicks is America's #1 fantasy sports app. With more than 3 million members, it is the easiest and most exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You simply pick more or less than on 2 or more player stats and watch the winnings roll in, baby. Baseball season is officially underway. It's well underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond into your prize pick entries. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, or first inning runs, take your pick of more or less than and add them to your prize picks entries today. And don't forget to get in on the playoff action and win up to 100 times your money on prize picks as you and the world's best players take the game to a new level during basketball's post-season. So download the app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Reminder, download the app today. The app is Prize Picks. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB, all lowercase, for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And that, ladies and gents, is how to nail back-to-back ads without any blunders. I never do that, but I've just nailed it there and then. Love to see it. Sixto Sanchez is coming out as a starter. I don't know how long he will go, how many innings he has in the tank, how many pitches he has in the tank. Did you ever think Sixto Sanchez would start a game for the Marlins ever again?
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Everybody that follows me on Twitter, man, I lit up a candle for the baseball gods, for Saint Santo Fellow, you know what I'm saying? Fellow Ramirez, R.I.P. Man, this is what we've been praying about as Marlins fans, right? The shitty season to a side. This is great. We're seeing Sixto on the mound. Noche de Sixto's finally happening, right? We've been talking about this since 2020, the 2020 season, when the whole world was upside down. We were going through COVID. Noche de Sixto, he took the ball, he faced the Braves. So what better time for Sixto to say, hey, kid, Noche de Sixto, right? You're taking the ball, you're facing the Braves. If he drills Ronnie, he's a Marlins legend, cemented in the books, right? And that, and more than that,
just imagine.
At the end of the day, like, yo, you gotta feel proud. You gotta feel some type of emotion, given all the obstacles, the roller coaster of his career so far. For JT Realmuto, for hip hip Jorge Alfaro, wherever the hell you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I had to go cut my hair because people kept telling me, hey, are you Alfaro? No, I'm not, man. I had to go sweat. You know, but all jokes aside, I'm happy for Sixto. He takes the ball. I'm not expecting him to go 5. I'm not expecting him to go 6 because I'm expecting him to probably go 2-3 innings. If he does anything more than that, it's a miracle. It's not going to be Noche de Sixto because Noche de Sixto was supposed to be saved for like sacred moments when he was going to dominate. But it'll be more like a quickie of Sixto, you know, a quick quickie, and then we'll get everybody in the bullpen in. And it'll be this Braves philosophy of where we have an opener. And, you know, let's do it the Rays way. Let's not spend any money. Let's have openers. Let's use everybody and their mama to pitch. And let's try to make something out of nothing, right? Peter Bendix. Pat Bendix. Thanks again, Mr. Pat, sitting Pat. Freaking punk.
Yeah. Sure, mate. What do you think in terms of Sixto this year? Do you see Sixto being on the roster with the Marlins like all year? I know like we feel like it's going to be a bit of a blow-up season. And so I guess if he's healthy and remains healthy, Sixto will just be sat in the bullpen, right? And like that's just going to be his role. It's interesting they're going to start him. Obviously, he used to be a starter. And maybe he struggled with elements of like being a pen arm. Like it's different, right? He's been used to being a starter for his, all his career thus far. Maybe going out, he's got 2 innings or 3 innings max, but coming out as a starter and can warm up and build up properly, maybe that's going to help him. Maybe that could be his role. He just becomes like a specialist opener. But listen, it's tough to be a specialist opener against one of the best lineups in baseball. And so he may not get through the first inning for all we know. It could just go sideways. But, what do you see? What is the future for Sixto with the Marlins? I'm unclear, to be honest with you.
Man, your guess is as good as mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When something makes sense for you and me as fans, and you think as a franchise, hey, you know, it's a blow-up season, let the guy pitch. We'll say, yeah, let him pitch and give him a shot and yada, yada, yada. And then we'll say that and then cut to the front office and Marlins DFA, Sixto Sanchez. They always do some ludicrous, if I can't do it worse, wait till this one, hold my beer, and they go out their way and just make it even worse. With Sixto getting the ball for the first time in so many years to start, we shouldn't really put too much emphasis into it. Who the hell's making these calls? I don't know if it's Mel Sotomayor Jr. I don't know if it's Peter Bendix. Pat. I don't know if it's Pat Bendix. Who the hell's making these calls that all of a sudden, oh yeah, Sixto's making the team. He's going to the pen, right? That's how he's gonna help us. And then what was the whole reason why we got AJ Puck? Oh, we got to stretch him out. Oh, yeah, he's stretched out. Oh, we got to get a good amount of pitches in under his arm. Yeah, he's making that transition from the bullpen to starter. The case is different with Sixto because he went from starter to bullpen. But what I'm saying is, who's making these calls? Because Sixto hasn't been stretched out to be a starter this whole season. If they would have said, hey, yeah, he could be a long relief or a short relief. Nah, now he's just into the fire, Sixto. You were a starter. Yeah, figure it out now. But don't worry about it. You're only going to pitch 2-3 innings. And then we're wondering, why is this guy looking after our pitcher's health? Obviously. Or it's just, fuck it, Sixto. I mean, you already went down. Take one for the team. When they threw out Jordan Yamamoto and he got destroyed for 10, 14, 15 runs, and we never saw him again in the big leagues.
I know.
That's probably what they're trying to do to Sixto. I hope not. That's the frustration. You see, now I'm getting hot. Now I'm getting hot because all this shit that this season is starting to, like, I've been holding it in. I've been staying positive. And there's only so much that a human being can hold in, bro. Like, come on, you want me to be happy with the shit show? Yeah, let's blow it up again. Look at but we got some cool jerseys, though, right? We got some cool jerseys. And look, I got a chain to, get ready for Noche de Sixto and compete with LMF. Yeah, with the old logo, because those were the good old days, because that's all we got left. Yeah. Thank you, Bruce Sherman. That's what you wanted? That's what you wanted, right?
It's a sad state of affairs. I'm interested to see what happens with Sixto. I want to ask you about Skip Schumacher as well, because no doubt post-game yesterday, Skip was not happy. He wasn't happy the day before either. So I want to talk about Skip generally. All of a sudden, for me, last couple of days, the frustration is starting to bubble over for Skip. I wonder if he blows up. I wonder if he gets ejected, or maybe for a fan shouting at an umpire. Who knows? I mean, that's topical at the moment. But before we do that, final out of the day, guys, it's a new sponsor as well. Guys, it's our good friends over at DoorDash. Yes, sir. And if you want to make mum smile, start Mother's Day with flowers or surprise her with gifts from the brand she loves, delivered the very same day with DoorDash. This Mother's Day, get something thoughtful for mom. Mom? Yeah, mom. On DoorDash. Surprise her from wherever you are with fresh bouquets, the latest tech, gift cards, self-care, treats, and more to make her day that much better. You can pair flowers with a gift card so she can celebrate any way she wants. Is she a bookworm? Try a bookstore gift card. Does she love a good latte? Who doesn't? Get a gift card to her favorite coffee shop. You can't go wrong. So you can get all your Mother's Day gifts all in one place. And to get 50% off your next order, up to $15 when you spend $15 or more on your next flower, convenience, grocery, or retail order now with the code on Locked On MLB. That's Locked On MLB. Order using DoorDash today. Terms apply. All right, guys, final segment here with me, Peter Pratt, and Alex Contreras. He's holding it in as best he can. The hotel Wi-Fi is holding up as best it can. It's trying to give up on us. Contreras' filter is trying to give up on us. Skip Schumacher's filter is trying to give up on us. Skip, to me, Akon, he's starting to show some signs of frustration. Game 1 against the Bravos, not happy with Brian De La Cruz. Game 2 against the Bravos, He's losing his mind over fundamentals, defensive fundamentals. The Marlins again botched another one. Otto Lopez, the guy yesterday, botches a routine double play. The Marlins are trying to get cute with their roster. They've got guys on there that, frankly, probably shouldn't be anywhere near the big leagues. But the Marlins are getting cute, and it's costing them. And Skip, to me, is starting to boil over. When is Skip going to blow his top here in front of the media? It feels close to me. What about you?
I honestly don't know what he's waiting for. I know, professionally speaking, yeah, I got to wait 2 weeks to put in my notice and, finish at the end of the year, and it's the right thing to do. Fuck it. Skip, man. Grow some balls. Tell the Marlins to take a hike and get the hell out of town. Let somebody else be the interim manager. At this point, you should have known it was going to be a tank when we got a Rivera on the roster. We got, no disrespect to MNL Rivera, but the last time we had a Rivera on the team, it was a clear rebuild. Yadiel Rivera. Come on.
Yeah, Yadi, baby.
Rivera to tell you we're blowing it up. So come on, honestly, I was bugging out. I was bugging out because I saw when the Marlins played the Cardinals, Berger had a feel good moment. The roof came off the place in St. Louis when they introduced Skip Schumacher, the reigning NL Manager of the Year. He's not gonna have any problem whatsoever getting a job. You know what I'm saying? No. I read in the Miami New Times. Is it better for the Marlins to just rip off the Band-Aid now and just go their separate ways? And I thought, this is just clickbait. But at the same time, if you really think about it, why are we going through this whole shit at the end of the day? Skip, he was the reigning NL Manager of the Year. He was, I think it was 6 games over 500 last year, 84 and something, right? And then that 500 record is quickly vanished this year, right? I can feel his frustration building because he wants to provide more and do a lot more than he really has to work with. But if he wants to win the World Series and they're giving you run pros to win the World Series, it's not going to happen. You're not going to win the World Series with the Savannah Bananas. Yeah, they're entertaining, but not going to win the World Series. So, Skip, if it was me, and he's not me, but if it was me, I'd be like, yo, Pat, take a hike. Sherman, thanks, but no thanks. You know how to count? Don't count on me. Flip them off. You know what I'm saying? And then get out of town. I'm really more scared of are we gonna lose Skip Schumacher to the Cardinals? I feel like that's inevitable. But I was really more scared of are we gonna lose Peter Pratt to the Cardinals? Because that's his first love. So I was like, damn, what are we? Where are we at as a Marlins nation, as a Marlins franchise? We talked about let's give Bruce time. Respect the process. Yada yada yada. Project Wolverine. It's been a shit show. And and it stings even more because Jorge Mas and David Beckham came into town. They got the money that they wanted to. They got the opportunity to open the franchise, International Miami, the football team. They brought nothing but old timers, right? And Messi and Suarez and all these guys. Yeah. But the city's having the time of their life. We're destroying MLS. And if you're telling Marlins Nation, hey, we're bringing Manny Ramirez and Ichiro back, shit, it's clearly a tank, but you're filling in some seats. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel.
That's the problem, right? They're not doing either, where they're bringing up Manny Rivera and Otto Lopez, which it's not going to fill any seats. There's no vibes at this point, and it's just going to fizzle out badly. We're out of time. I got to run because I'm in the midst of a London trip. I've got a show to get to, so I'm going to go and hit that up. But guys,
you got to go pregame before the game. You're not lying to me.
You know it, baby. I can't. Those $17 beers at the shows. No. I need the $2 ones down the store, so I'm going to go and hit them up. Guys, thanks for making Locked On Marlins your first listen. Thanks to Akon for joining the show. His first appearance this season, and it was a stunner, no doubt about it. Apologies for any language along the way. It just slips out from time to time from Akon. It is what it is. But guys, look forward to Game 3. Sixto Sanchez going. I'll be back tomorrow recapping on that one, whatever the performance may be. The Marlins looking to avoid sweep against the Bravos, but it almost feels inevitable. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. See you soon.